At RISEUP Book, we delve into the mysteries of life, seeking wisdom from unexpected places. Today, we turn our gaze to an unlikely teacher, the cat. Most of us would agree that cats and humans are profoundly different creatures. We humans often pride ourselves on our advanced intellect, our capacity for self-reflection, and our pursuit of morality. We see ourselves as a higher species, not merely because of our intelligence, but because we've woven intricate systems of ethics to guide us. We wrestle with questions of good and evil, right and wrong, striving to transcend our primal instincts in pursuit of a better self and a better world. Cats, by contrast, seem utterly indifferent to such lofty aspirations. They don't ponder moral dilemmas, nor do they dream of reshaping the world or themselves. To the casual observer, cats appear detached, unconcerned with the welfare of other felines, and only loosely tethered to their human companions. This indifference might tempt us to label them as heartless or immoral, devoid of the virtues we hold dear. But what if we've misunderstood them entirely? What if cats possess a philosophy of their own, one that challenges our assumptions and offers a radically different way of being? In his thought-provoking book, Feline Philosophy, Cats, and the Meaning of Life, philosopher John Gray invites us to reconsider our perspective. We're captivated by Gray's argument that cats are not only capable of love and affection, but also embody a unique form of ethics, one that emerges not from external rules, but from their very nature. Cats, Gray suggests, live with a kind of primal wisdom, an anti-philosophy that stands in stark contrast to humanity's endless quest for meaning. By exploring Gray's insights, alongside the ideas of philosophers like Arthur Schopenhauer, Michel de Montaigne, and Plato, we'll uncover what cats can teach us about living well in a complex world. The vegetarian cat and the limits of human morality. Gray begins his exploration with a striking anecdote about a philosopher who claimed to have persuaded his cat to adopt a vegetarian diet. At first, Gray assumed the philosopher was joking, but the man was earnest. He genuinely believed his cat had embraced a meatless lifestyle out of moral conviction. The truth, however, was more revealing. While the cat dutifully ate vegetarian meals at home, it supplemented its diet by hunting mice and birds in secret. Unfazed by its owner's ethical ideals, the cat remained true to its carnivorous nature. This story, shared at RISEUP Book, is more than a humorous misunderstanding. It's a window into the profound differences between human and feline ways of being. Cats are obligate carnivores, their bodies designed to thrive on meat. A vegetarian diet might suit humans who can choose omnivory, but for cats, it's a betrayal of their essence. Yet the cat in the story didn't resent its owner's attempt to impose human morality. It simply adapted, accepting the situation with a quiet pragmatism and continuing to live as a cat must. This raises a deeper question. Why do we humans feel compelled to project our moral frameworks onto other beings? We see this as a reflection of our own discontent. Unlike cats, who seem at peace with their nature, humans are perpetually restless. We seek to transcend our instincts, to redefine ourselves through philosophy, religion, or ideology. We're haunted by existential questions. Who are we? Why are we here? And we turn to moral codes to anchor us. But as Gray points out, these codes are often fragile constructs, products of human imagination rather than universal truths. The fragility of human morality. We're struck by Gray's observation that human morality is inherently subjective. What one person deems moral, another might condemn as wrong. Like fashion, moral standards shift over time. What's virtuous today may be unthinkable tomorrow. Gray, an atheist, argues that our moral systems are less about objective truth and more about expressing emotions or justifying beliefs. We cling to these systems, sometimes violently, imposing them on others, silencing dissent and punishing nonconformity. Cats, however, are blissfully free of such burdens. They don't subscribe to moral philosophies, religious doctrines, or ideological crusades. Their ethics, if we can call them that, arise from instinct and necessity. A cat might risk its life to protect its kittens, not out of a desire for praise, but because its nature compels it to ensure their survival. Conversely, a cat might flee from danger without a shred of guilt, choosing self-preservation over heroism. We find this simplicity refreshing. Cats act in accordance with their being, untroubled by the judgments of others or the weight of abstract ideals. The happiness of cats. Perhaps the most striking difference between cats and humans is their approach to happiness. We're inspired by Gray's assertion that cats are content by default. They don't chase happiness as a goal or agonize over its absence. They eat when hungry, sleep when tired, and defend themselves when threatened, all without ruminating on what might have been or what could be. Cats don't construct narratives about their lives, nor do they dwell on concepts like death or loss. Their existence is rooted in the present, unclouded by the anxieties that plague humanity. Humans, by contrast, are storytellers. We weave intricate tales about our past, present, and future, seeking meaning in every triumph and tragedy. These stories give us purpose, but they also make us fragile. When our narratives falter, when life defies our expectations, we're left grappling with despair. We recognize this as a uniquely human predicament. Our need for meaning drives us to philosophy and religion, but it also fuels our discontent. We're forever chasing an ideal self or an ideal world, rarely satisfied with what is. Cats, in their quiet wisdom, offer a different perspective. They don't need stories to thrive. They don't seek validation from others or strive to belong to a group. Unlike humans, who often dread solitude, cats are comfortable in their own company. They cooperate when necessary, but cherish their independence, unburdened by the need for approval or identity. We see this as a powerful lesson. Perhaps true contentment lies not in escaping ourselves, but in embracing who we are. The domestication myth. One of the most fascinating insights at RISEUP Book is Gray's take on the relationship between cats and humans. Unlike dogs, cows, or horses, animals shaped by domestication to serve human needs, cats have never fully surrendered their wildness. Around 12,000 years ago, cats began coexisting with humans in the farming communities of the Near East. Humans welcomed them for their ability to hunt rodents that threatened grain stores, and cats, in turn, benefited from a steady food supply and shelter. But make no mistake, cats were never tamed in the way other animals were. We love Gray's provocative claim that cats domesticated us. By teaching humans to love them, cats secured a place in our homes and hearts without sacrificing their autonomy. They don't hunt on command or perform tasks to please us. They may enjoy our company, but they don't depend on it. If we offer food, they'll take it. If we don't, they'll hunt. Cats are fond of their human companions, but never owned by them. A reminder that love doesn't require submission. What cats teach us about life. So, what can we learn from these enigmatic creatures? We believe cats offer a mirror to our own complexities. Gray cautions that we shouldn't try to become cats. Our human nature is to question, to create, to aspire. But by observing cats, we can temper our restlessness with their tranquility. Gray distills his lifelong reflections on cats into 10 principles for living well, 3 of which we'll share here. The rest await you in Feline Philosophy. Abandon the quest for rationality in others. Trying to make others think rationally is like trying to make a cat vegan. It's a futile endeavor. We see this as a call to let go of control. Humans are driven by emotion, not just reason, And no amount of arguing will change that. Like a cat, we can choose to walk away from pointless battles, preserving our peace instead of chasing agreement. Don't let suffering define you. Humans often cling to their pain, making it the centerpiece of their story. But as Gray notes, this traps us in misery. Cats, by contrast, endure hardship without letting it shape their identity. We take this as a challenge, to experience suffering without letting it become our purpose, to move forward with grace rather than dwell in anguish. Stop chasing happiness. The pursuit of happiness often leaves us empty, for we rarely know what truly fulfills us. Cats don't seek happiness. They simply live, finding joy in the act of being. We're inspired to follow their lead, to engage deeply with what captivates us, trusting that contentment will emerge organically. A feline invitation. We don't claim that cats hold all the answers. Their philosophy isn't a blueprint for human life, but a gentle provocation. Cats remind us that wisdom doesn't always lie in complexity. Sometimes it's found in simplicity, in trusting our instincts, in savoring the moment. They challenge us to question our restless striving and to find peace in the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. As we continue our journey at RISEUP Book, we invite you to ponder the lessons of the feline world. What might change if we embraced a touch of their indifference, their courage, their contentment? Perhaps, like a cat basking in a sunbeam, we'd discover that happiness isn't something to chase, but something to inhabit. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the wisdom of cats here at RISEUP Book. If this exploration of feline philosophy sparked your curiosity, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who loves cats or craves a fresh perspective on life. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss our next dive into life's big questions. In the comments below, tell us, what's one lesson you've learned from a cat? Let's keep the conversation going.